flag is in the air here at New Hampshire. New Hampshire, once this race continues, things can change in an instant at day 7. Thomas Jowers Jr. did get his lap back. There he goes, celebrating tonight at day. We are live at Five Flag Speedway here for the Sim Racing Short Trackers. I'm very much, and I honestly mean this, I truly am looking forward to this race. It should be a fun one. Coming into tonight, though, however, it's been a little mix-up right now in the season, or in the series. Logan Runyon has came in here, and I ain't going to say dominated, but he hasn't done that. But he has stayed out front quite a bit, along with Chris Stump back in second as well. So both of them guys first and second in the point standings right now. Only a 5-point difference. We got a total, I want you to listen to this. Everybody listen. Total of only 16 points separating our top 10. That is amazing. I'm really looking forward to this race. Real fast, before we get everything going here, practice right now underway. Let's take a real fast look, and I forgot to change it again. We are at Five Flag Speedway. You can see it's a very weird looking track. Very dark, 0.48 miles, very short track. You're going to see 16-second laps. Very fast track, though, to be a half-mile racetrack. Track temp at 79 degrees. Here's your look at the weather. It is clear skies. Wind out of southeast at 5 miles an hour, and that is changing, by the way. One little interesting piece coming into tonight is that the fact that iRacing Build released today, they changed the track surfaces, the way it heats up, the dynamic track surface, and, you know, to make it more realistic. And a lot of guys are going to have to get used to that because they tweaked it quite a bit from what I'm hearing. So, should be fun. We have seen some spin outs, and that could be because of that. What I want to do, first what I want to do is actually turn down my microphone because it was way too loud. Did not realize it was actually that loud up. I was messing around with the settings just a few moments ago before I came on. Alright, so what I want to do real fast is I want to get our national anthem in here real quick. We'll be right back for the Sim Racing Short Trackers right after this.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
And welcome back here. By the way, I do want to give a shout out to you, Brett Alt, for coming in. It's pretty cool to see some new faces coming to the chat, and I hope you continue to come back because it's always cool to see, especially continuing support. We've actually met a couple people that comes in all the time, especially on weekends like Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. They come in quite a bit, and we've gotten to be pretty good friends. So pretty cool to see you all guys come in. It's awesome to have everybody here. We hope you do enjoy the race. I am your host, Adam Chapman, by myself tonight. So what I want to mention is this is a different track, and when I say that is it's not your normal short track. This is a low-line track. I'll go ahead and say that. It's more of a one-groove track. However, it is not a bottom groove track. You can see the cars right now, even during practice, they're not running quite on the bottom. You can see that groove, how dark it already is. They're going to be running about 2 tire lengths up off the bottom in 1 and 2, and then in 3 and 4 you can see they are a little bit more on the bottom. I'm sorry, in the exit of 1 and 2 they try to get to the bottom, but this is not necessarily a super low line track. One important aspect of these race cars, this is the late models that iRacing has made. One important aspect that you're looking for, because this is open setup, every setup's made by the drivers or somebody like that. One aspect of this, though, is a little bit different, and that is your drive off. You're really going to have drive off in these cars when it comes to any short track. That is the main key to getting in victory lane. Right now, Logan Runyon, who's in the points lead, currently first. So you just never know. We are going to get qualifying. Usually we don't even cover qualifying because we're so, stumbling around back and forth quite a bit. And hey, Zach, how you doing, buddy? And it's really one of them things that we are getting to show you qualifying, so I'm really looking forward to it. And as these guys get ready to roll out on track, we will get ready to go green here in just a moment. Let's hop over to the 92, who is rolling out on pit road now in the SRST Sim Racing Short Trackers Ford, going through turn number 3, and he's getting ready to start his green flag lap and qualifying underway here at Five Flag Speedway. See him sticking right to the bottom. Let's hop on board with him. Oh, he's blinking a little bit. Let's hop back a little bit further. Let's go back to Stephen Bachman in the 8. See him trying to get it to the bottom now. He is running the bottom, which is a little odd. Some guys are running up off that bottom just a little bit. Dylan Little currently has the pole right now with a 16.419. Jamie Christensen out on track as well. He's looks like he's just taking his time here. We've seen that plenty of times. Here is the number 7 car, Blake Heather, and Blake may have a good chance at a good run here tonight in that number 7 car. So many good drivers here, and it's so hard to pick a winner. I will pick who I think is going to win. I don't really know who is going to be able to pull it off. I mean, it's one of the things you just never know. Here comes Logan Runyon. Watch this lap. Logan right now on his first lap. Going down into turn number 3 and 4. And Logan will jump up to first with a 16.419. Good lap there. And does put him on top of the board over Dylan Little right now. Mike Abbott coming through turns 3 and 4. See how the 82 does as he crosses the start-finish line. Puts him up to 8th. Not a bad lap at all. Royce Schiavano, everybody knows him. Right now 6th as well. Guys, I want to make sure I let everybody in here know something. I love that paint scheme, by the way. That's not what I was going to let you know. But Bob Lauren out on track as well as we watch him. But we were scheduled to have a broadcast for this Monday. I posted this on my Facebook just a few minutes ago. We just got word a few moments ago that we will not be broadcasting Monday because of the hurricane about to hit Florida. The league admins decided to cancel the race, and I do think that's a good move as well. Being it is a chase race, and there's a lot of people that's in the league that is from Florida, so a lot of people not running. Here's Adam Maddox, otherwise known as Mad Maddox, in the 94, coming through turns 1 and 2. Look for him to jump up quite a bit here. He is 8th right now. He may be able to jump up here on his 2nd lap if he don't get into the wall. Oh, he does get into the wall a little bit. So he's going to be 8th right now. Still a couple people out on track that had not qualified. Of course, Chris Stump out there right now. You are right. They do have matching times. I just now noticed that. Good point out on that. You are correct, which is a little strange, actually. You don't see that very much. I'm looking right now. Yeah, both have matching times. And I'm going to be honest, what's interesting is Logan put his best lap in his 2nd lap, and then Dylan put it on his 1st lap. And a little interesting fact, I believe them two are actually teammates and running possibly the same setup. So we're watching Tommy Haynes right now. Well, now we're watching Tommy. He may have a good lap here. We'll see what he does coming out of 4. Ooh, gets into the wall, so that lap not going to count, I don't think. No, it will not. We're going to try to pull in Logan here in just a moment and talk about that lap. And qualifying will not be this long, by the way, guys. It's showing it, but it will not. It's going to be advanced. So let's pull in first place Logan right now. Make sure where he's at. If he's in here. Actually, he is not in. I don't think. Let's talk to Dylan Little. Hey, Dylan, you got me?
Yes, sir.
Man, you qualified second right now. Of course, we got a couple cars still out on track and stuff like that. What is the key? You tied for the pole, by the way, which is pretty amazing in my opinion. But what is the key to try to get around cars here, and how tough can this place be?
The biggest thing is keeping the tires under you, to be honest. I found this track eats tires, especially the right sides, so it's going to be a lot of conservation and keep your stuff to the end.
We know that this is a low line track. How important is it, and how patient do you want to be whenever you start getting around lap cars and stuff like that?
Yeah, it's going to be a problem. I mean, there is an outside line here, but you really have to push it to stay out there and stay competitive out there, so we'll see.
All right, man, you're going to be, looks like, starting second. Of course, there is, I don't want to jinx you, there is a couple guys still qualifying, but get out there and see what you can do, and I'll be up here watching and broadcasting, so good luck, man.
Thank you.
Tyler Cox is out on track. That's interesting. He showed up late. Tyler may have something here. Very good driver, if you guys don't know. Do not be surprised if we see Tyler jump into the top 5, possibly even top 10. Well, maybe top 10. I don't know if he's got a setup or not quite for this track, but we'll see. He is part, actually, of the TRN team, by the way. Tyler, ooh, that's a slow lap. 16th on his first lap. He's probably going to be looking for a lot more than a 16th place car. He's going to have a lot of work to do in that number 21 car. I'm going to be honest, it's going to be tough for anybody to catch Logan right now. I don't know if we are quite done with qualifying. Right there's your results at the moment. And I'm waiting to see and hear from everyone. Just waiting. Looks like qualifying will be done. So while we wait on this, let's get a quick commercial in from the sponsors and everything like that. Be right back. And if they do have to start grilling, we'll come right back, I promise. Back here at Five Flag Speedway, qualifying just about finished up there, making sure everybody's good to go. They're going over a couple of things, I do believe. This is 125 laps. A lot of information that we could give out, but there's not really much to say that we haven't already said. One last look at the information of the track: 0.48 miles. Of course, the weather, 79-degree air temp, 5 miles per hour winds. In the late model, this is not the super late model. I want to keep mentioning that. And this is not the super late model. And as I mentioned, I do think the biggest issue that these guys will be facing tonight will be drive off. I know a lot of guys are probably messing around with that gear. Tyler, for example, did not have time to make a setup, so he's probably actually messing around with it right now. That's probably what he was doing out there on track. And it's one of them things, man, that if you don't have your setup right, you can have a good finish, but you're not going to win. I'm just going to be honest, especially considered the setups that Logan has, that Dylan has, David Knowles has. I mean, they know how to build setups. And in my personal opinion, if you do not have a decent setup or a setup period, you're not going to win this race. Five Flags is a very temperamental track. We spoke about tires, and one thing I want to mention that you can't take tires during these races. You are not allowed to take tires during this race. It is a tire-free zone, pretty much, I guess would be the word to say. And it's one of them things that you just never really know how good it's going to be until the race actually starts. And you got to have to baby these tires early on. That is going to be one of the biggest keys when it comes to anybody. I think that is going to be the main goal, is to baby the tires early on in this race. So, we'll see. There's a bunch of stuff that could happen in this race. So, like I said, it's a big chance that you could burn your tires off and lose this race. So, we got about a minute left or so here in qualifying. I'm going to try to get one more interview with another driver, if we can. All right, let's bring in Mr. Royce Solano. Royce, you got me?
Yeah, Adam, I got you.
Man, you qualified 7th right now, and according to you, that's slower than molasses. What is the key to get the victory here tonight?
Well, I would say the key is probably to maintain your stuff as best you can. As you know, this is a no tires league, so you'll see a lot of give and take early. People just trying to maintain the line as best they can. But if the new build is accurate, we're supposed to get a couple good lines of racing going on. So towards the end, I think you'll see it ramp up. But just got to keep her in one piece early.
How aggressive do you expect guys to be, being it is, like you mentioned, the tires and stuff, with the new dynamic track that they put in today, or the tweaks to it? How aggressive do you want to be early? Do you want to be, are you comfortable riding around in the middle early on, or do you want to try to get to the front as quick as you can?
Yeah, I would say if you're asking me personally, I'll be really patient, probably for the first 2/3 or so, and then gear up the last third. But you'll see some guys that are a little bit more aggressive naturally, put the nose in underneath when they can early on, just because track position is important.
Well, man, everybody in here pretty much that watches these broadcasters familiar with TRN knows your name already because you have won so many races that I've broadcasted. I would not be surprised to see you up front here tonight. Good luck and go out there and see if you can get the win.
Hey, appreciate it, Adam. Thanks for doing this.
Oh, you bet, man. That was Royce Schiavone, and as I mentioned, Royce, I have a ton of respect for. One of my favorite drivers to actually watch. And it's just one of them, one of them good guys that you kind of hope for to have a good race. All right, so the gridding has begun. The race about to get underway. As we take a look at your grid, see back here, row 3 and row 4. By the way, guys, we are going to try to get custom numbers here soon, I hope. Some of these numbers are very hard to get because you got to do a lot of editing and stuff like that, and they don't seem like they're very hard, but they are very tough. And oh, I hit the wrong button again, I think. Oh, there we go. All right, so Logan Runyon going to be out in front as we get ready to go here. See Logan there on the inside. In the number 6 car, your points leader for the Sim Racing Short Trackers. As we get ready to go, green flag here in just a moment. The pace car going to be rolling here. I do believe. Maybe eventually. And I think we are good. There we go. Now we're rolling here at Five Flags Speedway. That was a long grid, man. That one took a minute. Alright, who is going to do this tonight? If you guys haven't watched these guys, they beat the living crap out of these cars towards the finish of the last 2 weeks, and it's been fun to watch. You know, it may not be fun for these guys to beat their car up like that, but it is fun to watch, and I'm really looking forward to it this time as well. As we watch the pace car getting ready to drop down pit road here in just a moment. We are about to go green flag here at Five Flag Speedway. The pace car pulls down pit road. Green flag out. We're off to racing here in Florida. Probably won't be racing here much longer. But either way, we already got some side-by-side racing behind these guys. You got one car already up high. 21 goes around. Tyler Cox spins. Caution flag flies. And that was a strange one. What happened here? Oh, he got on the apron and went around. I'm actually surprised the caution flag flew for that. So a quick caution comes out. And of course, Logan still in the lead here. As we get ready to go, one cool thing about short track racing is none of these guys are going to come down pit road and get tires, because they can't. But the one cool thing about this place is the caution flags are not long. So, the pace light's about to go off. We're going to go one more time at least. 2 more times around, should I say. Give me your thoughts, guys. Who gets the win? I really didn't get my pick in. Hey, Nate. How you doing, buddy? And, yeah, I was on Facebook as well. I thought I had exited, but apparently I didn't, so I had to exit out of it. Nate Anderson, everybody. Nathan Anderson, should I say. Pace light's going to be going off this time at 5 flags, and I lied. No, they did not. We're going to go around again. Gotta love pace laps. Here we go. Pace lights are off. We are doubling back up. Getting ready to go back green flag. Pace car pulls in. Green flag is out, and we're back to racing here at 5 Flag Speedway. See the cars going on in turn 1, trying to get everything they can here early on. As we work out of turn 2, you're watching Brian Hacker right now in the 11, trying to pass the 82. That is Mike Abbott on the high side. Still working. These guys pretty much all double file in front. Nothing really going on for the first, 6 or so spots. I am watching possibly Roy Schiavano in that number 76. See him. He works on the high side of Adam Maddox, or Mad Maddox as some people call him. He will fall back to 8th on that high line. Oh, Royce gets a little bit of the wall there, it looks like. As we stay green. And out of the corner, you see that number 14 car right there. That is Bob Lauren, who started back in 17th, one of the biggest movers right now, up to 13th. Back up front, we got a battle for 5th place, the number 5, AJ Rogers, trying to take that away from the 47 of Cody Carlton. And it looks like AJ going to be able to take that. Mad Maddox, Adam Maddox into 94, trying to move in as well. That's going to move him possibly up to 6th. One of our biggest droppers right now was our interview of Roy Schiavano back to 9th right now. He's continuing to fall back by the 11 now. Brian Hacker, who is underneath him. Royce right now stuck on that high side, trying to do everything he can to get up towards the front. You can also take a look back at the 7 car. Coming out of turn number 4, and it looks like Royce was able to fall back in line in front of the 11. Right behind him, Mike Abbott in the 82, Blake Heather in the 7. really good long green flag run. Whoa, caution comes out. I say long green flag run. Everybody gets scattered. The car did make contact with someone. I don't know who that was that spun. It was the 12 of Dustin Charlson. As we watch him. Whoa, that's what happened. Slower car pulls up in front of the 93, and Dylan Little, who was running second at the time, as we ride on board, I don't know what that was. It looked like he tried to get out of the way, and Dylan probably not too happy. He does got a little bit of damage on the right front of that car, and that will bring out our second caution of the night. Still, right now, it is Logan Runyon. Logan Runyon still leading the way here at Five Flags. Doing a good job so far keeping that car out front, but he is going to have a little bit of message. Hey Eric, buddy, how you doing? Yeah, I agree. I think the 6 or the 93. To be honest, there's a couple guys that's really in here. I think it's got a chance to really, you know, do something. Something happened here. Hold on. Adam Maddox has came down pit road. Now he is not taking tires because you can't. You also see the 47 there as well. No tires are allowed on pit stops. This is all looked at the end of the race by race control. Of course, these guys do race in there. Are racing for some cash. I think the winner gets $5 extra. So that's pretty cool. As we double them back up. About to go back green flag here. We're trying not to have too many commercials tonight, guys. That's one thing I want to do, is try to cut down a little bit on the commercials. We've been having them played quite a bit lately. Of course, with sponsors and stuff like that, that is one reason why we do show broadcast commercials. And stuff like that. These guys are sponsored, of course, in the league and stuff. So we try to show, you know, their commercials and stuff like that. As the pace car pulls down, green flag going to wave. We're back to racing here at Five Flags Speedway. As these guys work down into turn number 1, you can see, oh, Tyler Cox gets moved up out of the groove. He's going to be 3 wide with Royce Schiavone to his inside. Oh, contact. There they go. 2 in the wall. That may put it into Tyler Cox's night, and I don't think it's going to bring out a caution. We'll see what happened. The 88 was underneath Schiavone. Actually, the 21 made a little contact with the 76. 76 gets into the 98 and sends him up into the wall, and that's going to end Tyler Cox's night, it looks like, unfortunately for him. And caution flag will wave as we got a wreck on the backstretch. Oh, this was with the 76 and the 8. Stephen Buckman, I believe. Bachman, I believe. Oh, he got on the apron and got turned. That's what happened. Oh, the 94 went around as well of Adam Maddox. He got into the wall pretty good, so he's going to sling it around after he just came down pit road. So caution flag waves once again. We're back to our green caution flag. We'll be right back right after this.
You walk 30 feet away from the car and you look back. That's my car. And I want to have that feeling again. That feeling of the kid when I'm rolling the car on top of the couch. Imagine myself driving that race car. And we all know that race cars had letters on their tires. You want that race car look for the street. Now you can actually have it, not have to sit on your hands and knees with a paintbrush every weekend.
And we're back here at Five Flag Speedway. Guys, we got a couple more broadcasts coming up this week. We do not broadcast tomorrow night. Trucks do not race for the Go Fast Dynamite Truck Series. We do broadcast, however, Friday and Saturday for the Go Fast Racing League K&N Series, and Saturday for the Go Fast Racing League Grand National Series. I believe we will be at Richmond, I do believe. And looking forward to that. And, of course, we don't broadcast Sundays. So we actually had a few days off this week, which is always a nice thing. But don't get me wrong, I love broadcasting. I love watching the races and stuff. But it's always good sometimes to get a small break in between that. So we are doubling back up here, by the way, as you can see. As we get ready to go racing once again. Pace car pulls in. Green flag is out. And up on that front row, you see that number 92. That is David Knowles in that white car. We got a battle back here for fourth place, though. Or fifth place. The 95 now looking underneath the 93. That is Dylan Little. The 95 is looking under. 95 Joshua Hart trying to complete the pass as he looks to the inside. Looks like he will not complete the pass. That 92 now, I'm sorry, that is the 82, Mike Abbott on the inside of the 93. That is Dylan Little, by the way, in that 93 car. You see it drop back. He has nowhere to get down at the moment. So the 5 of AJ Rogers taking a peek underneath him. Looks like Dylan may fall back here another spot, as now the 11 of Brian Hacker underneath him. And we work up off turn number 2, and he does complete the pass. 93 going to definitely block the inside this time, as he fell all the way back to the 8th position with that. Wow. Meanwhile, we got a battle for third, slowly picking up. Here he comes now. They are actually closing a little bit on this 92 as well. Now the 95 taking a peek to the inside. He's going to get around the 31 that hits the wall of Brad Carpenter. A little bit further back in the field, we got the 82 stuck up on the high line. As Mike Abbott, as the 14, Bob Lauren goes around him. The 37 not too far behind. That is Donald Castello in the 37. And he's not going to be able to get there at the moment. As we work lap number 42 out of the scheduled 125 here at Five Flag Speedway. Right now, everybody chasing this guy, Logan Runyon, who has... well, he's gone. I'm going to be honest. He's 1.4 seconds out. As we get back, Roy Schiavano back underneath the 37. Roy's actually maybe coming on pretty strong here in the middle of this run, as he now puts the bumper to the 25 of Jason. And I'm not going to try to butcher his last name. I believe that is Tarasenko, I believe. That's how you say the 25's last name. And caution flag. Looks like the 37 and the 17 Both went around. Oh, what happened here? One had to get the apron. Watching 17 right now, Tommy Hayes, he had to get the apron. Oh no, he just came up and got both of them. Not much damage there on either car, but they will lose a couple spots and fall back quite a bit. As the caution comes out, we will take another break and be right back.
You walk 30 feet away from the car and you look back, that's my car. And I want to have that feeling again, that feeling of the kid when I'm rolling the car on top of the couch, imagine myself driving that race car. And we all know that race cars had letters on their tires. You want that race car look for the street. Now you can actually have it, and not have to sit on your hands and knees with a paintbrush every weekend.
Back here once again. Also, guys, we want to make sure we give our thoughts and prayers with the people in Texas affected by the hurricane that hit down there last week. Everybody knows that was a big deal. And also thinking a little bit about Florida as well, and everybody on the East Coast. I know I'm on the East Coast, but nowhere near the hurricane. I'm in East Tennessee, so. But I want to make sure everybody's thinking about them as well. That hurricane looks to be pretty bad. Looks like it's going to be one of the strongest to ever hit Florida, I believe. So. Of course, thinking about that, that's way more important than what we're seeing, you know, tonight. So, but we just want to make sure everybody's safe and stuff, and hopefully they are. As we watch Logan Runyon, you see the 95 Joshua Hart. He's got some damage on that car. You can see it pretty beat up. Wow, that is tore all to pieces. How is he driving at? But he's second, so, I mean, I can't complain too much, I guess. We are going to be doubling up this time. And get ready to go racing once again. Pace car pulls in. We are green flag once again here at Five Flag Speedway. And already we are double fall all the way back through here. Guys, I really feel like it's caught on the outside. Really has nowhere to go. We looked almost go 3 wide there as Roy Schiavano thought about it. He's going to back out a little bit. 82 is going to get apron. He's going to go around. Mike Abbott, what a save. Wow. Watch this. There's the apron. Dirt experience does help on iRacing apparently. With dirt and stuff like that. Pretty cool. Back up front, I don't know how the second place car, Joshua Hart, is keeping his car the way he is. He started back in 9th. That car's got damage all over the place. He's starting to look a little bit like a modified. And, doing a good job though so far of being able to, you know, keep that car out towards the front and not get more damage. And hopefully he don't get more damage because that is pretty impressive. Brad Carpenter back in 3rd. David Knowles, AJ Rogers are top 5. Of course, Logan Runyon is still leading the way. Dylan Little in the 93. Started in 2nd, back to now 7th. Trying to work his way back up. As we continue to watch this. seen smoke, not sure where from. But I will say this, that the last couple laps, as caution flies, Joshua was actually able to run down. And it looks like the 75 has blown up into the wall, but Joshua was running down as we watched the replay. Jamie Christensen. Oh, the 37 went around. David Castello. And unfortunately for 75, he is gone. So is the 37. Right now we got 15 cars on the lead lap. We had a total of 22 actually start the race. We are 59 laps in on the 125 lap run. And right now Logan Runyon still leading the way. Sitting here looking, let's look at our mid-race report real fast as we are just about halfway, a little over, almost halfway. 5 cautions so far for 22 laps, 59 laps completed, 0 lead changes, and this guy has led every single one of them. And he has been the guy to catch. He already has 1 win on the season coming into tonight. And not very many top 5s, but a good job so far. Real fast, I want to pull in Adam Maddox, who is out of the race, but we're going to talk to him a little bit here. He is one of the admins, of course, of the league. Hey, Adam, you got me?
Yeah, how's it going?
Pretty good, man. Not bad at all. Not as not as bad as your night just went, but
yeah, man,
that was a rough one.
Yeah, we had a fast car, and the guy, one of the guys wrecked, and it was just trying to get slowed up. A couple of us got into each other, so about 30 seconds.
Talk us through this, man. They updated the track today with the new dynamic track surface. I ain't gonna say new. They made little tweaks to it. How's the track feeling out there? What are these guys experiencing right now?
Yeah, so the track is, there's definitely a change to the track. First of all, the track is really dirty. So there's lots of marbles out there, lots of gravel that fly up, hit the windshield. But also the line is really moving around. So you can really search high and low, about a lane and a half up. And then on the bottom, we saw during practice, you can really search for grip throughout the race.
We know that this league's been going on for, it's just a few weeks old now with the new season and stuff like that. But of course, you're one of the main admins and stuff in it. Anybody that is looking, you run 2 series. Why don't you explain a little bit about what it is as we get ready to go back green?
Yeah, so Tuesday nights we do grassroots night. So we stick to the bread and butter. That's legends and street stocks. We have good turnout there, a lot of fun. We do that in hosted sessions, so it's a little more open, and we get a little bit of recruiting for this through there. And then on Wednesday nights we have the late model series, which is a pay-to-win series, sponsors, broadcast, obviously.
I love the fact that, let me ask you this. Do you use the street stock and stuff as kind of like a development series? Because the first race we broadcast for you, you even said it yourself, it wasn't the greatest race. We had a lot of new people and stuff like that, of course. But over the last couple of weeks, the racing has been phenomenal. Are you using the lower series as a kind of like a development series, I guess?
Yeah, that's what we're trying to do. When we got some guys that are down there who are really fast. We got some guys who are down there who are. Then we got a car going around. It looks like. Ooh.
I believe it was the 92, I think. We will find it. Mike Abbott. Was it Mike Abbott? 82? Oh, that's who it was. Yep. And the 98 and the 14 all went around. We also collected. I don't know who else that was. Somebody else was out there. I don't know who it was. But yeah, a little bit about the series. You said you had some fast guys and stuff like that you use possibly for a development series, I guess.
Yeah, and we have guys who are down there of all different skill levels, and we have a good time. The races are shorter, 45 to 50 laps. Practice is shorter, and it gives guys a chance to get to know some of us who run this series, and then we, the good ones, we kind of reach out. And by good, I don't mean necessarily the fastest, right, but the guys who can know racecraft and know how to get around a track without wrecking people. We try to bring them in here.
Now, of course, this is an open series. open setups for people that don't know it. Maybe, you know, you watching. I know we had a couple guys that was watching it don't have iRacing, so it is open setups. How much work goes into putting these setups in these cars, you think, for some of these guys? I mean, you know, Logan, you know, we always see him lately. He's been up front a lot and is the points leader. How much work do these guys actually put in on these setups? I mean, I'm sure you have an idea. You do it. Hope you there?
Yeah, so I got people
you're
talking
good,
in my
man.
ear asking for stuff. You know, it takes a lot, man. It's you know, we're always willing to share some base stuff and answer questions and practices and things of that nature. But you know, to be the difference is being fast for 5 laps and being fast for 125 laps, and that's where a lot of people don't understand. So you have to build your car to be able to last. And so, you know, at a track like this, you know, I started my car off really tight because this track loosens up really bad. And so, you know, we spend hours a week, you know, going into setup development, and we find a set of springs and things like that that work on different types of short tracks, whether they're flatter or higher bank. So there's quite a bit of work that goes into it.
Now, of course, you mentioned that you have sponsors. Why don't you give them a shout out real fast? It's always good to have a sponsor. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So you know, I'm a muscle car guy. I got a Super Sport Camaro. I love it.
Go.
And you know, one thing that about modern cars these days is, you know, they come with tires that are just black. And I miss the good old days of the raised white lettering. And so, you know, I reached out and we're talking with Treadwear, and they basically market the rubberized permanent solution raised white lettering for tires. And really, really cool product. I've got it on my Camaro now, and it changed the game for people who see my car and comment. That's one of the first things they go to is, man, those tires are bad to the bone.
When I was growing up, my dad had a 1973 Cuda 3-speed, 318, and I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that is exactly what his tires were. So that's pretty cool. All right, man. It's good to catch up to you. We're about to go back green flag, and I love the league, man. It's an honor to broadcast these. I love it. So we'll hopefully talk again here very soon.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thanks
Y'all do a
buddy.
great job.
Thanks, man. We are back green flag once again, as you can see. And it was good to talk to Adam. We really haven't got to speak a lot with him because, you know, we usually only interview our top 3. We're trying to change that a little bit. A lot of people during our survey that we took want to see more interviews, and I can do that. I mean, it ain't that hard to interview somebody. So, you know, it's really cool. And I want you to look something that is new to iRacing. I ain't going to say new to iRacing, but a little bit different compared to everything else. You see right now that the marbles are literally flying off the cars, and they are flying quite a bit off the cars. It might be hard to see from this view, but we may be able to see it from this view. You can see them right there a little bit. They are literally all over this track. Right there's a really good shot of it. iRacing actually improved that today, and that's why there's so many. And he mentioned how many marbles and stuff there was, and you can really see it flying off the cars now. But it's really interesting to see that and how much they changed. This is the first time I've really got to see it in a race and how much the track is going to change. And I really like the idea of what iRacing did with this latest build. I thought it was really good. And so I don't know. I hope it continues to improve, and I'm really looking forward to when Day Night Transition comes out. I want to look at the marbles just flying off the car. That is absolutely insane to see. As we watch the battle for 9th place. I'm sorry, 8th place. Dylan Little trying to get around Blake Heather in the 7 car, the 47, Cody Carlton. We know the hotline's not going to work. It hasn't worked all night. We're 78 laps in, so Dylan on the fall back, it looks like. And, whoa, 47 got a little loose, so he did get around that without losing that spot. Back up towards the front, we're seeing the 5 of A.J. Rogers starting to close in on the 31 of Brad Carpenter for 3rd place. As the last time by, your fastest out on track, well, Joshua Hart in the modified. Very impressive run that he's having right now in the 95 car. And actually, he's been about as fast, if not faster, than our leader every lap. as we go back to third place once again. So as we wait to go back green, sorry. As we wait to go, here comes the 5 to the inside. Sorry, I was reading something and it showed green. Looks like AJ Rogers is going to be able to move into the third spot. Maybe Brad Carpenter doing a pretty good job, and he went a little too wide there, but we'll see as he works off turn 4. Yeah, that will give him a spot to AJ. Here comes the 31, putting a bumper to him. AJ Rogers really felt the bump there from the 31. And here he comes again. Trying to get up there and close the door and possibly move the 5 out of the way. I love the paint scheme on that 5 though. That's really nice. We go back down into turn number 4. Guys are not done yet. Even behind them, they are all over the place right now. We go high above the blimp. You can see distance between these guys. And here comes the 11 and Royce Schiavano. How about Schiavano driving back up to the field? He's looking to try to take over 6th place as well. Right now, that 92 stuck on the high line. David Knowles, who we know is fast, but on that high line, there's not a whole lot you can do besides try to battle him off. And that might open the door for it on the 76 to get underneath the 11. Not going to happen, but Royce will clear the 92, move Schiavano up to 6th place. We talked to him pre-race. Very good driver, and always fast in any league he runs, that is for sure. So this is our closest battle. Our leader has checked out of Logan Runyon. Checked out now to a 1-second lead. Something going on back here. Oh, there's a move. 11 down on the apron. I'm sorry, that's a 17 with Tommy Haynes. You know, Tommy's a really good driver. I'm actually surprised he's having this bad of a night. He's not having the greatest night, that is for sure. 91 of 125 laps complete here in Five Flags, Florida. Well, I call it Five Flags, Florida. He was not. It's a pretty good little race right here we're watching right now for these guys. Nothing really going on up towards the front. Nothing really going on behind these guys as well. We do got a small battle heating up. But this is a battle for the top 5, so we're going to stay with it as Roy Schiavano looks to put the bumper to the 11 of Brian Hacker as we come into lap now 97 of the 125. Shibano are going to have to try fast to get around. They have caught the 31, however. Or back up to the 31, should I say. So a good three-way battle here for third place. Third, fourth, and I'm sorry, not third, fourth, and fifth. Fourth, fifth, and sixth. Brad Carpenter in fourth place. Brian Hacker, Roy Shibano. I seen smoke, I thought. As you see now, 100 laps have been completed or will be completed once Logan crosses the start-finish line. There he goes. So now he will have 25 to go to see the checkered flag. He is out to a 1.1 second lead over Joshua Hart. Doing a really good job over him. And behind Joshua is AJ Rogers. And Joshua has been very impressive. I'm not going to lie. I cannot say enough about him. He has done a great job driving from 9th up to 2nd. As much damage as he's got, I'm very surprised. He's done a good job on taking care of them tires. We still got this battle happening behind him. Been a great race so far. I'm actually very happy to call this race as the 11 looks underneath Brad Carpenter to move up a spot. Brad in fourth right now. Looks like Roy Shibano also got around in 31, which is very cool or impressive. So right now, last time by, Joshua's really been trying to close in the gap. It's not really doing much of a job of it closing in. Oh, the 6 hits on the apron a little bit. That could have been dangerous. We've seen a lot of people get down there and spin as the marbles go flying around. And a 95 coming to pit road. Wow. Not sure why, but Joshua Hart giving up second place to come to pit road. I don't think these guys had to pit for gas. Not entirely sure why he would have to come to pit road. That would be my only guess, though, is that he is on pit road for fuel only. And it looks like that may be the case. Yeah, he is down and away in the 12th spot now and 1 lap down. And I'm pretty sure that all these other guys don't have to pit, but if they do, Shibano may be the one on the looking in. He just took away second. You know what? There was a couple guys that had to pit, I believe. AJ Rogers just pitted 4 laps ago, so I don't know what's going on, but these guys may have to pit. And but Roy Shibano still got a lot of work to do at the moment. If the 6 has to come to pit road, it's going to shake everything up. So we're watching right now Logan Runyon to see if he has to come to pit road. He has not been on pit road since the drop of the green flag. These guys cannot take tires, as I mentioned before. still watching him, but he don't have very many laps left. He may be able to actually save a little bit as well. I'm sitting here trying to figure that out. Not entirely sure. How that's going to work. It looks like he should be good. Meanwhile, nothing really going on behind these guys. Everybody kind of spaced out by about 5/10, so we're staying with the leader as this small little battle right there starting to take place. The only thing that's going to hurt Logan, I think, it could be lap cars as he works on the 17. That's actually for 10th place, by the way. He just lapped 10th place, so he has done a great job so far in maintaining traffic and working through it. We spoke to second place earlier, Dylan Little, about how important traffic was here, and he said that it's extremely important, so you got to see who gets to it faster. And none of these other guys have pitted either. The only one that's pitted right now in the top 10 is Royce Schiavano, who's running second. There's a hard race up in front of the leader up there. You got to watch that. That is Mike Abbott in the 93 of Dylan Little, battling for position. This is for 8th place, right in front of our leader. Oh man, 92 got loose once again. Still loose. He's going to go around. This may end the race. Into the wall. And caution flag. Not. Oh, he stopped on track. If he wouldn't have stopped, he would have been good. Caution flag will end the race. And your winner is going to be Logan Runyon, who will win at Five Flag Speedway and pick up win number 2. Royce Schiavano will finish second, and Brian Hacker is going to finish third. I bet that 11's got to be kind of happy. He started back at 11th. So we're going to see if we can get any of these guys in the, looks like all of them is in TeamSpeak to interview, so we're going to try to interview them. But your winner is going to be the 6 car here tonight. And like I said, picks up his second win of the season. Last week, I believe he won at Lanier. Now his second top 5 of the season as well, on a very new season. This is going to shake points up a little bit because Royce had a good run. Chris Stump, who was second, will finish back in 16th place. So as we get right across the start finish line, I got to turn my mirrors back on. I forgot to turn them on after the update. The fireworks are going to explode on the backstretch. And you can hear them going off. There they go. There's the fireworks exploding. There's your winner. As he goes around. All right, so we're going to talk to Logan. If he, you know what, he may actually not be on TeamSpeak. I don't think he was. He is not. So we may not be talking to Logan. We're going to bring in Royce Schiavano. Hey, Royce, you got me?
10-4, got a copy.
Well, man, you started back in 7th. We talked to you here at the start of the race. You wasn't real happy with your car. How you feel about it now?
I'll tell you what, it's in one piece. That's a win, right?
Yeah, that's good, yeah.
Yeah, I had to take fuel maybe 30 laps in because for some reason the fuel gauge was bouncing back and forth between having enough and not having enough. And you saw some guys run out. It was pretty close. But, yeah, I guess with my low tire pressures, I wasn't good on the short run. But coming back up through the field after I got a little bit of damage and EOL, it was easy to, get through guys because they gave you plenty of room, which was good. So hard fought race for sure. I'd be lying if I wasn't if I told you I wasn't sweating. So It was fun.
About like riding a bicycle.
Right on, right on.
Let me ask you, you spoke about the long run. We really did see you start working back up through that. Was that something you wanted to focus on when you was making the setup?
I guess, because you know with this track, with the higher tire pressures, especially out of turn 4, it'll just loop around on you without any notice. Or if you slam on the brakes in 1 and 3, it'll also come around on you. So I had a little bit lower tire pressures than probably most guys out there. Other guys probably set their cars up for the long run as well, but I guess it didn't start paying off until that last, maybe 50 lap run or so.
Yeah, I believe so.
Yep.
Man, you're one of the most talented racers. I've said that plenty of times that I've ever broadcasted. It's always an honor to watch you race. It's so much fun to watch you try to come up through the field. Finished second tonight. Anybody you want to give a shout out to?
Yeah, shout out to you, Adam, for being in the booth. It's always fun to talk to you in the races here. So, Sim Racing Short Trackers is a great league. I encourage anybody watching the broadcast to reach out to David, the 92, or Adam, the 94, and they'll treat you right, which is good. So, I really do appreciate them putting this on, and like I said, for you, Adam, for being in the booth.
Of course, you got a broadcast, by the way, that you stream on. I do believe, correct?
Not regularly. I do have OBS set up, and I do have a YouTube page that I can use to comment on on the broadcast that you put on. So just
I
more
thought I've
as
seen you
a
broadcast before. Maybe not.
it might have been once or twice with the other league that you and I.
Okay, that might have been what it was.
Yep.
All right, man. Good job and congratulations. Second place, not bad at all.
Hey, appreciate it, Adam.
Thanks
See you
a lot,
soon.
buddy. You too. Next up, we're going to speak to Brian Hacker, if he's in here. Hey, Brian, you got me? Brian Hacker, you there? Don't know if he's there or not. We're going to let him go back up. So, yeah, guys, that's going to do it for us tonight. Unfortunately, couldn't get all the interviews, but, it happens. It's fine. There's your results. The race, my opinion, fantastic race, as always, by these guys. It was fun catching up with Adam Maddox. We don't speak to him a whole lot, but it was always fun to talk to him. He just seems like a really good guy. So hopefully we'll be able to get him back in here. Guys, if anybody is interested, check out. They run 2 leagues, Monday and Tuesday. There's nothing wrong with that. They run Street Stocks and Legends on Mondays, and then they run the big race on Tuesday nights. And the schedule is on our Facebook page as well at facebook.com/Trackside Racing Network. Thanks, everybody, for watching. Have a great night, and God bless. Flag is in the air here at New Hampshire. New Hampshire, once this race continues, things can change in an instant at day 7. Thomas Jowers Jr. did get his lap back. There he goes, celebrating tonight at day